in a journey with me. There's 6:20 in the morning. It is July 3rd, 2023, and I literally live in the paradise. So come with me, enjoy this beautiful place with me. And I would like to share some thoughts. This is where I live, and I'm surrounded by nature in the mountain. This is my terrace, and now we're gonna go through the parking lot. We're gonna go in a little journey to think about our lives. And I hope you can reflect on yours, as now I will reflect on my last week here. We'll go over there. We'll go right there, alone with myself. As you can see, I'm still with my pajama. I woke up very early this morning, like 3:30 in the morning. For some reason I cannot sleep. Maybe one of the reasons is that I don't need to sleep too much, especially when I live here. The difference between living here in nature, close to trees, animals, rocks, and a lot of water, is that I only need 3-4 hours sleep to fully recover. When on the other hand, if you live in a city, you need maybe 8 hours. Maybe you need 10 hours sleep, because in the city you are constantly bombarded with messages. Your mind, your spirit, your emotions, your body, it's constantly bombarded with all kinds of sounds, people, ideas, thoughts. Every 5 seconds someone comes to you and try to give you their perspective of life. Someone near you, a very close proximity to you, is influencing you. You may think you're not being influenced, but the reality is that if you live in a busy city or busy street, you're being bombarded constantly by other people's ideas, thoughts, and they influencing you. And here, as you can see, this is the good life. Here I can just go and pick some berries. I don't have to worry about all these messages in the supermarkets and labels. Are they organic? Are they good? Well, I know these are good because they are here in the wild. You see? Free. I don't have to pay $8, $20 for a label that tells me organic. And I don't know if this is really true. Maybe it's just a marketing scheme. And I can tell you, one of the proofs, if you actually come here in nature and if you pick up these berries, you will really know what is organic and what is not. So now, you see, I just want to show you this. I don't know the camera makes any justice, but That is my life, part of my life. That's a lot more valuable here. What I see, what I can smell, what I can touch, what I can hear. I hope you see what I see, and I hope you hear what I hear. But the camera can never bring the reality. You know, this video that you are watching, it will never get you to the real state of being here. You should come here, whoever you are, whoever it is watching this video. You should come here and actually experience this. You see, experience this guy flying, this fat guy. It's just so free. The people here are different than the people in the city. You can immediately see that. I can zoom and you can see their lifestyle. People here are calm, relaxed, smiling, joyful. There's very little hatred and jealousy and envy, because when you live here you really have no reason to be jealous or envious, or it's just the way here. It's a different way. I lived in my hometown for about 20 years. That was a small hometown, about 100,000 people. Then I moved to the big city, in the capital of my country. It was about 1 million people. I lived there for 2 years. And then I moved to the Big Apple, the big city, the place that everybody wants to be, the place that everyone is dreaming of. And my first impressions was not something that I was expecting, but I adapted quickly, and I very quickly started building businesses. But that is all not important now. For me, that is not all important now. This is something in the past. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, yesterday ago. That doesn't mean anything to me right now. Because right now is this. If you can only experience this. So let's make sense of this video. Why it is important. Why it is important to be alone and to reflect on your last day, last week, last month, last year. The reason for that is that if you don't do, it will be just the same. Most of the people in this world live in this mode of day-by-day mentality. There are books written on it, there are TV shows made on the topic, there is hundreds of videos, thousands of people are talking, millions of people are discussing this, but for some strange reason people cannot escape the matrix. These are the matrix. The matrix does not exist, I would say. What is the matrix, my friend? Let me ask you the deep question. What do you think is the matrix? Now, when you say the matrix is the people will immediately associate the movie The Matrix, right? Where the bad machines have enslaved the people and they put them in some kind of underground cities, and they are taking their heat for energy, and the people live in a virtual reality in their minds. But let me tell you what I think is the Matrix. It is my own opinion. We don't need the machines to enslave us, because we and each one of us are creating the Matrix in our own minds. Now let's take a few more seconds for this idea to sink in your head. The Matrix, it's not some Illuminati, secret cabal government, or somebody trying to impose slavery on you. Not yet. I hope not yet. Of course, there are many people, organizations, and corporations that are trying to enslave people in some way, to make them think certain way, to make them do the work certain way, to have rules and regulations and all this stuff. But hey, we live in society. Imagine a world with no rules and regulations. Imagine that world. And everybody does whatever they want to do. What kind of world will be that? That's a question.